we were talking about the Bible.
Okay.
And you made mention, because we were talking about the Old and the New Testament, and basically Jesus coming back and kind of, I don't remember exactly where it went. I don't want to say doing away,
Fixing the
but
mistakes.
yeah, fixing a mistake,
I
I
remember
think
that
is
one.
what you
Right.
said.
For
Fixing
the first version.
right.
Right.
So I was like, oh man, that's something that we should have circled back to, because I know that we both had things on our minds that we wanted to say about that.
Yeah.
So when Jesus came, basically when he came to earth, and he came to fulfill the law, he did not come to do away with his law. Christ's law has been established since the beginning of the time, and it still exists. He didn't do away with anything.
Right.
He came back, he lived a certain way to show us how we should live, especially when it comes to women. And I say that right now just because we've been having a conversation about like red pill, blue pill, and how women are being viewed and treated and stuff like that, and how they were back in those days, in the Bible days. It was just like, it was diabolical the way women were treated.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Jesus came to set the record straight. He's like, yo, y'all don't understand. Like, I gave you this law, but you're not understanding the spirit of the law. What it meant. You're over here, you're like, you're beating people, what have you, like you're treating women like they're second class citizens, stuff like that. And that is not at all what Christ had in mind when he had order basically set up. But because of us and our nature being sinful, of course, we always want to take things and go way left. Well, that was my right, but you understand what I'm saying. Way left with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not him coming to fix something that he did wrong, a mistake. He was coming to correct the people because they were just taking things too far.
Okay. And with that being said, that means that Jesus should be making another trip, because I think you got it wrong again.
We still jacked up. We ain't learned our lesson.
Listen, so I think he came down here like, hey, I got to chill out the women, but now he got to come down here and have a talk with the women. Like I think he do for another visa.
You can come back now.
Hey, I know you see this. He was saying the stuff that you gave him, bro. They said it. But in all seriousness, like, I think I heard Anton allude to something to that after we was having a conversation that brought me back to what we was talking about. I was like, oh wow, okay, that was kind of interesting. So although I might not be a believer, like I'm willing to analyze the point and then know when I was wrong. And I think that I kind of got that one wrong. So so point taken.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like you being worked on. And I feel like you being worked on. And the reason I say that, and I'm saying that not just because of what's happening and things you're telling us, but because of what I went through just a few short years ago, and how the process is happening. I actually literally just watched a video today, and the guy asked, he was like, yo, if I'm the type of person who wants to believe and I want to understand, why wouldn't God reveal himself to me? I've been looking, I went to church, all these people around me having experiences. How come I ain't had no experience? How come it's not real to me? And all of that other stuff. And he was like, I don't understand why, knowing that that I'm available and I'm ready. I'm like, yo, let me in on the plan, man. What's up? Whatever you want, I'm here. All you got to do is reveal yourself to me so that I can believe. And the guy he was talking to, he was like, you might think you're ready, but you might not really be ready. Or you might be being allowed to build up, because when you are ready, when you're converted, the effect that you will be able to have on so many people that you would not have been able to come across if you didn't go through what I'm putting you through. And the thing it made me think of is, if you're a believer, the mentality is we play checkers, God plays chess.
Yeah.
When we think about, did you see the movie? What was the one? The Avengers movie after Infinity War? The last one.
Endgame.
Avengers Endgame. Did you see that?
I seen a little bit of it. I'm just now getting into it, so I'm on my No Way Home.
Oh man.
Late. My wife been trying to put me on it forever.
Do you care about spoilers or no?
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay.
So I know I'm dead. They got snapped away or something like that.
Okay, cool. So when they did that, Mr. What was the name? Oh, Doctor Strange, the magician guy. He went and he when they were about to give the last Infinity Stone to Thanos, right? And they stopped him. They was like, no, we're not gonna let you get the stone and stuff. And Thanos was like, if you don't give me the stone, I'm gonna kill Iron Man. Doctor Strange goes and gives him the stone. And Iron Man is looking at this dude like, what the heck is wrong? Bro, let me die. Like, what are you talking about? We're talking about like 4 billion people, not just for me. And Doctor Strange goes, trust me, it has to be this way. I've seen it. Then Thanos goes, snaps his finger. 3.5, 4 billion people die. Hawkeye done lost his whole family. All of these Spider-Man dead. You know, all of these people passed away. All of these things happened. All of these Avengers had certain people in the Avengers. I'm not going to give you all the spoilers, but certain people in the Avengers died permanently. They ain't coming back. They gone. They had to die. All of this stuff happened. And the thing is, with all of this horrible things happen, at the end of it, this was literally the only way out of billions of possibilities. Dr. Strange said this was the only way that we would have ever been able to defeat him. And I think the mentality that a lot of people need to understand, if you're a believer, because if you're not a believer, you're not going to see it. Yeah. But if you're a believer, the mentality is the things that I'm going through are orchestrated in a way with so many different pathways. You're talking about billions of possibilities, not the 200-300 that we can see, right? Billions of possibilities. And a lot of times that's where the faith comes in if you're a believer, because we don't see what God sees. Right. If he sees the beginning from the end, he might have to allow this person to die. You know what I'm saying? Right now. But the thing is, you don't know. He might have to give up the Infinity Stone. Yeah. In order to bring everybody back in the end. And I think that's one of the issues that a lot of people have with it. And that's one of the issues I had with it.
I go back to this one point. I think I told you about it last time. And this pastor told me, he said, whether you know it or not, you got one of the best Bible studies around. And when he told me that, I really didn't understand, but now I get it. When I tell people I don't believe and they fire back at me, and then I quote a couple Bible verses because I know a lot, that make them go get in their Bible. That and when I was super vocal about me being an atheist, that made a lot of people dive into their Bible. So whether I know it or not, I'm kind of doing the work of, I'm just not a worker, but I'm doing the work. Like if I tell you I don't believe in God, now you got to go in your Bible just to prove to me he is real. I have successfully converted somebody to make them get in their Bible a little harder. So maybe that was my purpose. I mean, he working mysterious ways.
Maybe, man.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm not, like I said the first time, I'm not disrespectful. I don't want to be to religion and nothing like that. I just want to, state my piece and leave it alone. Yeah. I don't want to convert nobody. I don't want you to stop believing because I don't got nothing for you to believe in after I take that from you. So yeah, I hate I ever did that, but whatever. I'm be here now.
Right.
Yeah, I know the wickedness of that now. So I'm not here to be taking people hope. And that's why I kind of leave it at. But my grandma say what y'all say. Boy, you're gonna be a pastor. Hey.
I mean, who was the one that was crucifying Christians? Was it Paul or Peter?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Paul was going around taking Christians out.
Yeah.
And then y'all turn around and write 2/3 of the New Testament. You tell me how that worked out.
Never know.
So you never know what it's going to be. But I guess for me, it was just interesting to talk to you because it's something that I lived not too long ago.
Mhm.
And a lot of the things you were saying, I was like, oh man, I was asking that same question. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to a lot of the things that you were talking about and stuff like that. So I just felt that was a very interesting path. Do you think that this would be a better United States if they was Christian, even if it was fake Christian, because there's a lot of fake Christian. If the nation really was Christian like they used to be, do you think it would be better or worse for relationships?
For relationships, I feel like it'll be a better United States if most people were under Islam. I know that sounds crazy.
Okay.
Because they give a lot of room for what the average man go through, like more than one wife. It's kind of strict. Like the covering of the woman. I feel like society could benefit off of that because being a Christian is loose and you get to forgive. And I can, be a adulterer, but ask for the forgiveness and it be cool. Because that, to be honest, that's what's running the United States right now: Christianity and a lot of repenting going on, but like getting right back into the setting when they done repenting. So I feel like we'll thrive better under Islam because it leaves room for that aspect. I think 80% of what kill marriage is what that'll take away. A lot of that'll be taken away if if people converted to Islam, because I can have two wives. As long as I can take care. I know that ain't what you want to hear.
No. Just interesting.
No. I did not expect you. There was no real right answer there, so I was just sort of picking your brain about it.
That's what I think. If we had to pick a religion for the United States that'll have everything thriving, I think it would be Islam. Just because of that.
Okay. Well, we're just talking about relationships anyway. So okay. So then my second follow-up question, it might be the same answer.
Okay.
What if it were real Christianity versus Islam? Because I said even if it was fake Christianity, which is more understandable. What if it was real Christianity?
If it was real Christianity, I think it'll still be messed up. I think a lot of dudes will be getting rocks thrown at them because, in real Christianity, when they was writing the Bible, like people wasn't conquering. What's this word I'm looking? People still couldn't beat these urges to cheat. Like even back then, they had infidelity.
Right.
That was a problem back then. And then, so it'll kind of still be prevalent today, but it'll be stoned in the street. But if everything else was Christian, I think we got a better place.
Okay.
So you're thinking about back in the day where they would kill you on sight for adultery.
Absolutely. I think it'll be bad in the sense of that.
No, not that. When he say real Christianity, we're talking about after Christ came, basically.
Okay.
After he done said, "Let he who has the first sin throw the first stone."
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because that'd be crazy. But no, as far as like the infidelity aspect of it, though, with that, what you were saying, I mean, that's something that was allowed in Christianity, but it wasn't necessarily something that was promoted. And the reason why I say allowed is because I'm thinking about, well, at least my thought, it was allowed for like kings, who had like they had a whole bunch of wives and concubines, like that, or what have you, because they can take care, provide for them. It was understandable, I guess, at that point, but it wasn't advised. I know that that's definitely not something that was advised.
Yeah, because like the majority of the wars that's ever been fought in society probably can be traced back to having something to do with dealing with a woman. Bruh. Like literally. I mean, if you take that away, like we ain't got half of the world conflicts. And so I think like, okay, I'm gonna marry this woman here. These two minds, they got it from some union. And then I think the world would just be a better place, a more peaceful place if it was more understanding. Because I think a lot of everything surrounding like jealousy come from it, hate come from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just I don't know, the woman is so powerful. Y'all powerful, G. Y'all don't know.
Yeah.
Cuz.
That might be the reason that y'all don't know. That might be the reason they don't know. Because
I'll try to keep that from them too.
Yeah.
If I hadn't had anything, like, but when the woman find out, like, because the reason why it ain't a lot of good men is because that ain't what the women been requiring. Y'all like the bad boys initially. If the requirement is to be you, in order for you to have the baddies, you got to have a bachelor's degree, you have to be a good human, no criminal record. I guarantee you the focus will change immediately. Oh no, bro, I can't get under my background, bro. I'm not finna go do that. I gotta get into this college because a good girl come at the end of all this. We do everything for y'all. The reason why you got all these bad boys, because we want the attention of the woman. That's the glory to us.
Yep.
I run off with the pretty girl in the sunset.
Yep. Yeah, man. A lot of them don't. Well, thankfully they don't. I don't even know. It's crazy to think that because when I was thinking about, like, even from a Christian perspective, you just made me think when you said that. I used to always make this joke about Adam sitting there and seeing Eve walking up to him with the apple, and she ain't got no clothes on.
With the fruit.
Oh, with the fruit, excuse me. She walking up to him with the fruit, and she ain't got no clothes on, and she's switching extra because she in trouble. She know, and she's trying to like find somebody so she can, be like, look, babe, I done did this thing. So she's switching extra hard.
Really?
And I'm just like, I feel like she didn't even say nothing. I feel like she didn't even say nothing. I feel like he looked at her, he knew, he looked up and down, and he just took it and he ate it. That was the joke I used to. It was a joke. It was a joke.
You know what, though? It makes sense. And that, I feel like that's why women don't never like to pick nothing out to eat. Because the first time they had to pick something to eat, they messed up the whole world, bro.
That's why
they can't tell you what they want to eat, bro.
Yo, tell me, why is that?
What?
Yeah, that happens. Like you would say that it's just a crazy stereotype. But even when we all, me, you, and the kids, if we go into McDonald's, bro, we've been to this place hundreds of times before, and you and the girl, the two of y'all, it done got to. I don't even go to the drive-thru no more. Like, nah, we just gonna go inside.
Don't be bad. It just depends.
Yeah. See, it always just depends. Oh my God!
It depends on what I'm in the mood for.
So wait, what's your go-to mad meal? You mad and you got to eat food. What are we eating? What that look like?
If I'm mad, I don't.
Some hot wings, I guess. What's in the mood for to eat?
I have a go-to meal when I'm mad. I just have like things I'm in the mood to eat. I do realize though, when I'm stressed, I want chocolate.
True.
Yeah. If I'm stressed out, it's almost like I need chocolate.
Yes,
like I'm like a fiend, like for real. Like I need like some chocolate chip cookies and some milk or ice cream or something, but I need
Symphony
chocolate.
bar.
Yeah.
Symphony,
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I have favorites, like favorite foods that I can eat just about any time. Like I love Mexican food. I love Caribbean food and stuff like that. So those are like my go-tos, but that's not like fast food.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So that's the issue. The issue is I'm not a fast food person.
That's true.
So that's what it is. It's like I don't typically like fast food.
Yeah, that guy needs upbringing, bro.
So many arguments have been started in this house about what do you want to eat? Oh my God, bro. That is definitely top 3.
Wow. Man, I just gave up. I don't even, I
Me
don't
too.
have an opinion. I just like, look, just whatever you make, whatever you want to pick up. Just,
I know I'm on the right path there. Because
I'm gonna just eat it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just make it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but next time I come on, I'm gonna try to convince my wife to get on camera with me.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be dope, man.
We'd love to have her and meet her.
Yeah. It's safe out here, bro. We
We don't do no stone.
Man, stone throwing.
Yeah.
This is not a Anton Daniels and Q panel, bro. It's not like that. We ain't got no chat going crazy, bro. Yo, the chat. Yeah. Yo, they go hard. They go hard.
Chat be chatting.
Yes, they do.
Hey, everybody. Down in the description, there are 2 links.
One is to a GoFundMe, and the other one is to a video that explains what the GoFundMe is for.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, we have a medical situation with our daughter that we have to pay for everything out of pocket, and we could really use you guys' help. If you have the time, we'd love for you to go check it out. If you have the money, the funds, we'd love for you guys to help. If not, maybe you could send a link to somebody else who can help. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Press the off button.